we're going to change the background of our PowerPoint presentation. For this example, we're going to use a couple different methods. However, I really do not recommend that for true presentations. Going with one or two different backgrounds would be more advisable for consistency throughout your presentation. But for demonstration purposes, we'll certainly explore different options. To start off with, one of the options that you can do is select a theme for your presentation. So I'm going to click on the Design tab in the ribbon, and in there's a down arrow which gives me some more themes that are available. Since my presentation is on how to build a snowman, I'll go with blue for cold. And you'll see that it changed not only the background, but it changed the fonts as well. In scenarios like this, you might find that you do not like the fonts or the way that it does sizing for your text. For that, you can click on your text boxes, move them around your page, and change your text accordingly. So I'll increase the size of my name there, and I also will most certainly need to change the color so it's viewable to the end user. Good. Okay, so I have the theme applied, even though I might not use it throughout my whole presentation. Next slide. For this one, I'm going to change the background to just a color. So I'm going to right click on the slide and select Format Background. I'm going to go with I go with the solid or a gradient fill. The gradient fill, of course, gives me multiple options on the colors that appear, but I'm going to go with solid and just a light blue. There we go. And I can just click Close, which will apply it to this slide only, or I can click Apply to All, so to apply it to all slides. I only want it for this slide, so I'll click OK on that one. For the next slide, number one, you can see that when I applied my theme, or my template for this presentation, it put my text a little close together. So I'll click on my header and move that box up. You can do so with your mouse or with the arrow keys on your keyboard. There we go. And for this one, I want to apply a texture. So I'll right click once again, select Format Background. And for texture, there's all kinds of options available to me within PowerPoint. So I'll go with bokeh or here, blue tissue paper. So we can see that that has the texture applied that was available. For my final slide, I have to do the same thing again. I have to move my text. And I have to resize my image because the text started covering my image. Well, that works out all right. And for this one, I want to insert my own image as the background. So I'm going to right click on the slide itself, select Format Background. I'm going to say Picture or Texture Fill, which is correct, but I want this one from File. So I'll click on File, and I can browse around my Pictures folder, which I have a snowman background already selected. And for this, you can see that it puts the snowman in the background and it stretches it. Another option that you can do is you can tile the picture. So I'm going to click on Tile, and in this scenario you can see that it just tiles a snowman image across the background. I'll go with that option. I'll click Close, and now I can take a look at my presentation. I applied a theme which automatically came with the background. For the next one, I changed the color by right-clicking on my slide and selecting Format Background and selecting Solid Fill and just selecting the color. For the third one, I applied a texture or an image that was already within PowerPoint by right-clicking Format Background, and I selected a texture. And for the fourth one, I inserted an image on my own, by right-clicking on the slide, Format Background, and selecting my image from File. And that concludes on how to create some different background options for your PowerPoint presentations.